Hi boys and girls, this is Writer's Workshop and I'm really excited because pretty soon we're going to be starting a new persuasive writing unit. But for today, I wanted to do something a little fun that kind of goes together with our poetry unit in Reader's Workshop. So all you'll need for this is a blank sheet of paper, and it can be anything. I'm just using a scrap sheet of paper that has writing on the other side. That's okay. Totally fine. And you'll want to have some markers, colored pencils, crayon, or what else could you use? Or you could use twistables, whatever you have at home would be fine. I'd like it to be colorful so that it looks really pretty like a piece of artwork. But today we're gonna make a kind of a poem. So we learned about poetry just a tiny bit in our introduction to poetry in Reader's Workshop, and now we're going to get to practice writing a poem. So if you haven't done Reader's Workshop first, you might want to do Reader's Workshop first, but it's also not a big deal if you want to do Writer's Workshop first. That's fine. We're going to be making an acrostic poem. That's like a really big word, I know, so say it again, acrostic. Acrostic means that we're going to be making a poem that goes kind of two directions. We're going to write a word that goes this way, and then we're going to write some words that go this way. This is going to look a lot like Write the Room. It's going to be almost the same thing, except just a touch different, because we're going to use a special word to create our word that goes down the long way. We're gonna use our name. So I think for this one, I'm gonna use Avelina's name, and I'm gonna get my purple marker, but you can use any marker you want. And the first thing I need you to do is make sure that your paper is the long way, like this, okay? Remember, this is portrait and landscape. We're gonna use ours portrait style. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to write your name one letter at a time going down the page, okay? So I am going to do that for Avelina's name, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. If you have a long name like Jackson or Braven or some of our other friends with super long names, even if Benjamin chooses to do his whole name, you might need to write a little bit smaller. Or you could even make it 2 pages long if you want. So this is what you're going to do. You see how I wrote her name going down the long way? I want you to pause the video right now and do that. Welcome back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to begin to make our acrostic poem. So the neat way of making an acrostic poem is you write a word that goes down, and then you write words that are related to the word that you wrote down going this way. So your poem is going to be all about you. Avelina's poem is going to be all about her. The trick is that the words have to start with the first letter. So Avelina's first word about her has to start with an A. So I want to think in my head all the things I know about Avelina that start with an A. If I don't have any ideas, I could certainly ask a mom, dad, or grandma, grandpa for help, but I could also look around and see if I could come up with any ideas. I think Avelina is amazing. Amazing starts with an A, and I want to spell it in a different color. When you make an acrostic poem, just like Write the Room, you keep this letter and then you write the rest. Don't rewrite the A, okay? So I would sound out the word amazing and write all the sounds I hear. I remember that ing makes the ing sound. Amazing. Okay? So you see how I wrote that? Amazing. Now I need to think of another word about Avelina that starts with V, because the next letter down is a V. V is a tricky word, right? So I think I might put 2 words in this part, and I might say very sweet. I think Avelina is very sweet. That's 2 words. So I can go ahead and write the word very and then sweet next to it. Now, boys and girls, remember, we don't give up if a word is too hard. We use all our strategies. Clap it out, stretch out the sounds, and write what we hear. Please, please give it a try before you ask a mom or dad to help you, okay? And write the sounds that you hear. So the next letter I would write is the letter E, right? Avelina is very, very energetic. Wow, that's a big word. So I'm gonna clap that one. Energetic. 4 syllables. What do I hear in the first clap? N. I already have the E, so all I have to do is add the N-er. Oh, I remember. 2 letters go together to make the sound. That's E and R. Energet. Jet. Hey, I know how to spell jet. Jet. That's a CVC word. Energetic. This one's tricky because it could be a K or it could be a C sound, right? I know that it's a C, so I'm gonna write that. Energetic. Good, I used all my sounds for that really big word to write it. I didn't even have to ask for help. I just tried my best. Boys and girls, I want you to go ahead and finish all of the letters on your name. When you're done with your acrostic poem, please post a picture to Seesaw so that I can see that you've completed your poem and I can read all your beautiful work. This is fun because we get to write in marker. We don't usually get to write in marker, do we? If you want to go above and beyond because you really want to add more details to your poem, you could always draw a picture of yourself. I know I talked a little fast in this video, so feel free to rewind it or pause it or whatever you need to help you understand. Make sure you A, write your name going the long way down. Then come up with a word that starts with that letter that means about you, okay? So if my name is Ben, then my poem's gonna have B-E-N, and I'm gonna write a word going across that starts with B, like boy, and something that starts with E, that's all about me, if my name was Ben, right? But I'm not Ben, so I can't write that poem. Boys and girls, I'm excited to see your writer's workshop. I hope you're doing well. Have a lovely rest of your day.